Corona, yeah. I don't know, but they didn't tell us women too much. And for me being a lieutenant or officer, I was the first woman to become a leader with the Brown Berets here in the Indian Empire.
Right.
I think anywhere. And they left me out of a lot. I know that I would attend some meetings, but some of them I wasn't allowed to, and I wondered why. I'm an officer, and I fought that, and I told them, you know what? There's no, it's contradicting us. You know what? Because you have no faith, or you have no, you don't have us women. You have no faith in us women. That what. We are women and we are warriors. We're soldadas. We fight as much as you. We have knowledge just as much as you men. And we do more work than you men do. I'm going to be honest with you right now. We do more work than you do. And they go, okay. I go, but you know what? Some of you guys don't think. To me, it was the Berets were getting to, when we're doing the marcha, too militarized, with dynamite, guns, and oh my God,
right?
It was getting really bad,
Right.
So I had
that
to.
Was one time. So that was one time, and then what was the second? You said there was another time you thought you were going to quit.
Catalina Island.
Oh, okay.
Okay, with Catalina Island, when David, David, he had to get off the island. He was supposed to get arrested in Catalina Island, and we were going to go to court with the land grants, but that didn't happen. So they escorted the Berets out, okay? And National Guard escorted the Berets out back off the island. When David gave a press conference, he dispersed all Brown Beret organization. Okay. I said to myself, what?
Yeah.
I said, no. What is he doing? I talked to the field marshal, and I talked to some of the commanders. What is David doing? Está pensando, he felt he was being infiltrated, which he was. But still, that wasn't the plan. He didn't follow along with the plan. So I kind of got discouraged about him, and said, what kind of leader would do that,
Yeah.
So everybody said, well, we got to do it. I was so discouraged, I just left. Came home, and I thought about it, and I said, no. I went to my commander, and I went to the captain. I said, the Brown Berets in Casablanca, I said, we're not going to give up, are we? He said, nah, we ain't giving up. We're going to go underground, watch. We'll still do, you know what? We'll come up. Give us a month.
Yeah.
Let's do it for a month, okay? We'll meet again. We'll have our meetings, and then, without anybody, just the officers and them. So everybody thought, everybody dispersed. And we said, no. So we held a meeting at our Berets from Casablanca, the east side, and La Sierra, and I think it was Indio. We told them we're not going to give up. And the field marshal from Redlands, too. Field marshal went along with us.
Right.
So we're not going to give up. So a few of us still remained. But that was very discouraging.
Yeah.
I felt so discouraged. Like, all that work, everything we done, everything we fought for, and we still haven't made enough changes. And we're going to quit? No, we're not going to quit. I said, I'm not quitting. Heck no. You know what? No. No.
Wow. And so, what do you feel kept you pushing forward? Kept you pushing for so long?
What kept me? Everything around, still the injustice around us that time. We marched to get our demands, for all what I said, equality, no more racism, police brutality, affirmative action, equal opportunity, for our raza. And as we kept me pushing, it's not over yet. It's not over. What do you mean? It's known that the Chicano movement and the Berets were not immune to
patriarchy, sexism.
Why do you say that word?
Patriarchy.
Patriarchy.
Machismo.
Huh?
Machismo.
Machismo, yeah.
Machismo, yeah.
Estaba más machismo que ni nada los berets.
Right.
Was women. Yeah.
Yeah, I believe it. I believe
It
it.
was bad.
Yeah, I believe it.
Now today it's not like that.
Uh-huh.
But back when I was a beret, I was even a lieutenant. You know, all the way to winter to captain. You know,
Right.
I was in charge of all the girls at one time because I became lieutenant. David wanted me in charge of all girls all over.
Mm-hmm.
You know, all the way to LA and all that. And my commander said, "No, you are La Causa. You are not national."
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I said, fine. I said, I don't want to be in charge anyway, you know, because I had to do a lot. I had to kick out a lot of women because they were on drugs and that. We didn't need that.
Right.
You know?
Right.
That's something that I was strong on. No drugs, you know, or you're in the beret. And we had, I mean, like I said, we united everybody. Everybody. Tecatos, whatever, marijuana, whatever, they were in it. And back then, marijuana wasn't cool. It was you know.
Yeah, it was a drug.
You guys be smoking, it was that shit. I was telling everybody does it today.
That's funny.
Everybody, everywhere I go, I can. It's marijuana, man. Back then, no. There was other, you know.
Yeah.
And man.
And so so they didn't have you in the same meetings. They treated you guys differently. They put you guys in different spaces. What are some of those biggest examples for you about the machismo? The biggest examples
of what?
Of the machismo.
Of machismos?
Yeah.
Someone that would a male that would demand a female.
Yeah.
You know, and no say so. You know, be quiet. You know what?
Yeah.
But in the berets like that, you know who you think you're talking to? I'm beret. You know what?
Yeah.
Ustedes mujeres no saben nada. I said like, don't let yourself talk like that. You know, I tell them. You know, I tell the women no, but they were so quiet because that machismo back in the days. You know. Mexicanos they were machos, you know, back in the days. Yeah, it's not like it is today, you know. But back then, the women respected that. That's a shame, you know. Yeah. That's something, you know. I didn't have a father figure, so I really didn't give a shit, you know. I said what I had to say, and I did what I had to do, and I know what I wanted to do, and I do whatever I wanted to do. That's the way I was raised, you know. And my mother too. My mother was raised the same way. My mother was a machista.
Yeah. She had her own. And so, okay, anything you want to add? Anything you want to say, or we want to move on?
Kind of movement, the Berets were not immune to all that.
Yeah.
Did you experience the first time, and had you and your female comrades fight that? Well, I would fight, you know. I would say my voice. A lot of the women would stay quiet, put their heads down, you know. So I would talk to them and tell them, you know, don't let yourself like that. You have a voice. You're a brown beret. You know, you're the same. You're a soldado, just like he's a soldado. Don't let yourself be talked to down, or don't put your foot down. That's something I used to tell them when we used to drill. Back then, we drilled.
Yeah.
Every meeting, we drilled. You know, we all drilled. And I would tell them, you know, when somebody talks to you, you know, the commander would talk to him. I go, don't put your head down. Look at him in the face.
Right.
Look right in the eyes, you know. I would tell the girls because I was in charge of the girls, you know. And I would encourage them not to look down, you know. Raise your head up and look straight in their eyes, you know.
That's cool.
Because they put their head down.
Yeah.
That wasn't cool.
Yeah. How does it feel to be one of the longest serving female berets, women berets?
How does it feel to be one of the longest?
Yeah.
I really don't. I don't feel anything really. I just feel like there's so much more to do. You know, so much to accomplish.
Yeah.
They just want to fight. I know everybody tells me I should give it up, retire. I don't feel like I want to.
Right.
Each time I say, okay, I tell my kids, okay, Mom, you need time with family now, okay. But I'm still up there, I still get up. I don't know, it's my passion. have a passion. I have a big passion. There's not very many people with passions, and I admire people with passions, and because I have a passion.
That's right. That's right. I like
Fight
it.
for the cause.
All right. So number 7, with so many autonomous chapters out there, there are a lot of units that interpret what it means to be a beret differently. When someone asks you what is a brown beret, what do you tell them, and do you define the role of the brown and do you define the role of the brown berets in the movimiento? Did I write that wrong? What do you tell them, and how do you define the role of the brown berets in the movimiento? What is our job? Yeah.
I was just talking to Daniel today about that, about the autonomous chapters. As far as me, I've already brought it up with the elders, because we're mentors, and we go up to the mesa when we make a decision, what we feel is not right. And I feel that autonomous brown chapters are not right.
Mm-hmm.
It should not be. We're a military organization, and we should go by a military structure. We all have a leader, We have leaders in chapters, different chapters. We should be, we're all brown berets, and we should be one big family of different units or chapters, whatever you want to put yourself. I still go by my chapter. I think I'm the only chapter around still. Chapter 46. I kept my oath.
Yeah.
And I feel that they should abolish autonomous and go in one chapter.
Right.
Get one leader, with a captain, and whatever they want to get, a secretary, whatever. But do it military. And they should have a meeting every month. Monthly, they don't have monthly meetings no more.
Right.
Everyone should be there at monthly meetings. It's in our brown book, and I don't agree with autonomous. And there's so many patches,
Right.
So many patches nowadays. I guess if you want to go by your patch, it should be a chapter.
Right.
A chapter,
Right.
and using that patch. Because we're La Causa, Islam berets back in the days, and then the National. We all use the same patch.
Right.
But with a different name.
On the patch.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, the patch doesn't have the different name. The patch just says La Causa.
Okay.
Brown beret La Causa. Okay? But you can wear it on your shirt, your Causa or... But it doesn't say that National. Only, I guess, amongst us, we know for National or whatever. But as far as autonomous, I don't feel that all this different autonomous and different berets, Pueblos Unidos, different than what we did.
Yeah.
I feel it's not good, for a brown beret, our structure as brown berets,
Right.
We should go by one patch, and we should go by chapters. We should all have a commanding officer. Back in the days, when I was a brown beret, all the commanders would meet. Commanders meeting, it would be with the captain and the commander, and just the officers. They would all meet.
Right.
Once a month. So we had meetings twice a month. The brown berets in Casablanca. You had to be punctual. My commander used to suspend me for 2 weeks because I was late, 2 minutes late. We were really down then. I mean, you showed up at a meeting. If you didn't show up, you would be suspended you couldn't attend a certain protest or do certain things or events. We would have events too,
Right.
So,
That's-
and we would drill. We had discipline.
Right.
We had discipline. At meetings, you wouldn't be outspoken. Only one person. You have a sergeant of arms telling you to sit down. Today, everybody talks at the same time. Everybody does lo que le da la fregada gana, hombre.
Yeah.
No.
That's funny. All
They
right.
need discipline.
Yeah. And so I think that answers the question for me very well.
Okay.
We can go on to number 8.
It's
So many of the issues of the 60s and 70s we are still fighting. So do you think that this is a signal that we haven't progressed towards self-determination, or where do you think it's at? Because you said we've made progress, and I agree. I just think that what we're fighting is something that changes all the time.
I'm not okay. I'm speaking for my community.
Right.
Okay. I think that we've accomplished a lot
That's
in
wonderful.
Casablanca.
Mm-hmm.
We have with the police. Okay. With the schools,
That's
we
right.
have more people graduating. We have more Chicanitos on the honor roll, and I know my granddaughters are on the honor roll. So you know what? It's changed. Yeah, they got cheerleaders now. Back then, you couldn't get in cheerleading,
Right.
Because you know the white people will overrule us. You know, but today it is a lot of change. But I'm not going to say in every community.
Right.
Okay, LA is pretty bad.
Mm-hmm.
LA still has a lot of discrimination, you know, segregation, racism, police brutality, you know. And I think police brutality is coming back a little bit in some places too because car clubs, you know, cops don't like it. You have a racist cop in every department, in every community or city. And that's bad because it makes it bad for the rest of them, you know.
Yeah.
And the good cops that want to really do police policing, and it's hard for them because if you got one bad cop or two bad cops, it'll mess it up for the whole thing. And so there is some towns, but as far as Casablanca, my town, we've accomplished a lot, and we don't have. And if we do have problems, we come up to the community meetings and confront it.
Right. That's wonderful. That's wonderful. Okay, lastly, what are some words of advice that you have for any youth out there that has yet to engage in some activism?
Lastly, I feel as far as the youth, they need to bring back Mecha strong. You know, we have a lot, we're a majority, but Mecha needs to be strong in the junior high and high schools. It's not enough. You got a little bit here, Mecha, in one school, maybe North has Mecha, and I believe Ramona has a Mecha too, but not too many people attend. I think the youth need to get together and unite more. I just don't want to see it segregated, you know, because I know that the school now integrates a lot of the kids here in Riverside in Empire, but the Chicanos need to get together. You know, the blacks do. You know, Blacks Lives Matter. Well, Chicano lives matter too. You know, as Chicanos, you know, Asian lives matter. You know, but we're talking about our raza, our Mexican people. We need Mecha back in the schools.
Right.
We do. So you know, they will help us get our history into the school.
Yeah.
You know, because they don't want to do that. They say they put some history, but it's not real.
Yeah.
Just like Columbus, full of lies, you know.
Yeah.
Well, let's put the real history and the truth down. You know, our people. We come a long ways, our Chicano people, our culture. We have a beautiful culture.
Yeah, we do.
You know?
Yeah. That is all the questions I have for you. Were we going to do any additional questions or anything like that? Oh, yeah?
And another thing for the gay, the youth, is to stay in school and get a good education, go into a profession. If there's anything more powerful, is it a Chicano with an education?
That's right.
That's the best weapon that we can use to fight
Right.
for equal.
And
Right.
Did you want to say something about the new school in Casablanca? Did you want to say something about the new school in Casablanca?
Oh, our new school's coming out just fine.
Yeah.
I have a principal, he's pretty good. The only thing that I did bring up about the school is, you know, academic, the teachers. When we had our Casablanca school, we got the worst teachers. They gave us like cagapalo teachers, you know. I'm sorry, but it's true. The bad teachers.
Yeah.
They gave us the worst teachers.
Right.
By the time we were in 6th grade, we were reading 3rd grade level. We went to junior high. That was really bad.
Yeah.
Because they didn't teach us that. They said we would be good homemakers. We would make good mothers.
Yeah.
And I say like, wow. And they taught our boys to do wood shops. I guess they wanted them to build their own house or I don't know what, cabinets, whatever. But they never really talked to us about being professional. You want to be a lawyer, you want to be a doctor, nothing like that. It was always, we're going to be real good making tortillas and,
Right.
and the boys making, building stuff. That's the way it was raised back in days, I hope that it doesn't do that to this new school.
Right.
It's going to be a beautiful school, and I hope that, we can keep on with it to make sure that everything goes good for our other kids.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure we're going to get integrated here. It's not just going to be Casablanca.
Right.
We're going to have white,
Mm-hmm.
Wouldn't it be so beautiful just for everything to change?
Yeah.
Everything to change, to have more love, peace, But
That's
that never.
beautiful.
Yeah, wouldn't it be beautiful?
Yeah, it's
I
beautiful.
always think about that sometimes,
Yeah.
but I still got to keep pushing for my raza, because I have a culture and I have a beautiful culture. You know what? I know. I see my grandparents, what they went through and everything. My grandpa being a bracero and, a hard work,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I hope the school turns out right. And I also wanted to see if I was telling Danielle, wouldn't it be beautiful to have some beautiful murals all around the school
Yeah.
of
would.
education of people. So I'm gonna bring that up in the CAG meeting. See if we get some
That's
murals.
right. Well, thank you, Cynthia. Thank you for your time. Thank you for everybody listening right now. I think we captured a whole lot of the testimony. And anybody listening, get active, keep working on what you're doing. And I think the thing that stands out to me is the intensity of your action. You know what I mean? I know that we all have the things that we're doing, but if you can increase the intensity of your action, whatever you're doing, take 2 steps instead of 1, take 3 steps instead of 2, then do so. That's what I would say. But yeah, thank you all.
Thank you for having me. It was an honor to let you know some of my history. And I appreciate it. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Cynthia.